Aqua Teen Forever Plantasm, a movie that I have been personally dying to see for over a year now, just released on the 8th of this month, and today I want to talk about the film with you guys. You know, I've never really done a movie review on my channel before, so this video will either do very, very well or very fucking bad. Either way, I'm just excited to create a video based on this movie. First movie review on the channel, and hopefully more to come. If you guys enjoy this type of content, of course, let me know in the comments if you do. Of course, I cannot begin this video without giving all of you a spoiler warning. This film just came out, so if you have not seen the movie and you want to be surprised, click off the video and come back once you've seen the film. But for those of you who have either watched the film already or just don't really care about spoilers, let's dive right into the Aqua Teen Forever Plantasm review. Also leave a like and subscribe because Daddy wants to hit 10k subs. Thank you. The story revolves around Shake, Frylock, and Meatwad reuniting together after a dramatic fallout ruined their friendship in order to save the world from a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate and a plantasmic nightmare of extreme environmentalist proportions. We get to take a glimpse into how different the Aqua Teens' lives are without each other, with Meatwad working at a dog shelter, Frylock working his way up the corporate ladder, and Shake, of course, being homeless. Things start to take a really neat turn when Shake and Meatwad are offered cardboard mansions by their lovely neighbor Carl, who is about to be swimming in moolah thanks to his property value drastically increasing. Meanwhile, Frylock, or Phoenix as he goes by now, starts off in an IT department before working at the top of the ranks with Amazin's CEO, tech vegan billionaire man-bum wearing tiger shooting douche nozzle, Neil. The two of them hit it off pretty well in the beginning, even forming a bond like no other. In fact, I've never seen such a weird bond before in my entire life. Maybe I just don't understand friendship. Frylock offers to help Neil battle his height insecurity by helping him become taller. However, Neil, being a giant douche nozzle, takes advantage of Frylock by having him mugged in order for Amazin's head of research and development, Elmer, who is also a giant douche nozzle, to harvest dust from the jewel of Idahocules in order to turn seeds into walking, talking monsters who are also not very good at English. Once Frylock realizes what Neil and Elmer's true intentions are, he races back home to aid the crew and find a way to stop New Jersey from turning into a literal garden state. And I mean, they do manage to save the world, but yikes. Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust. I knew from the announcement of the film that I was going to enjoy it simply because I've always been a sucker for this show. I mean, I grew up watching it, and it's one of my personal favorites. So whether the creators were going to throw another full-length feature film at me, similar to the first one, where there is almost zero consistency and it just feels like 10 random episodes glued together, or a cinematic masterpiece, I knew I was going to love every single second of this new project. That being said, the film blew me away. Dave and Matt created a story and stuck to it for a majority of the film, with the exception, of course, of the Moonanites taunting me every 15 minutes, and the cold opening that really didn't add to the story, but I'm not even going to complain about that, because it was just incredible to look at. Honestly, it doesn't even feel like the characters left my TV screen. It's pretty common for a reboot or revival of a canceled property to drastically crash and burn, like a hard drive purchased off of Alibaba, but Dave Willis and Matt Malero have not lost their magic. In fact, the magic seems to have been elevated over the last 7 years off of the air. This movie is not only familiar in many ways, but it's also a giant breath of fresh air for longtime fans of the series. It was consistent, it was smooth, and it was beautiful to observe. I mean, Bento Box Atlanta knocked it out of the park with the animation for this film. I have never seen Aqua Teen characters move so fluently in my entire life. The animation isn't super insane to the point that it takes away the crude magic that made the original Aqua Teen animation special in the first place. However, it takes the original style and just elevates it to new heights. I also enjoyed how the movie covered a ton of relevant real-world topics, like unions and the workforce, touching on climate change and the environment. The film also manages to completely burn selfish multi-billionaires who don't pay taxes and only care about their businesses and not their overworked employees who piss in bottles during their 2-minute breaks. There's also moments in the film that touch upon toxic masculinity and even cancel culture, which I found to be pretty enjoyable. Another thing I really appreciate appreciate is that the film doesn't rely super heavily on nostalgia. In fact, it does a great job making the new characters and villains stand out the most. But occasionally, we do get to see some throwback characters, or I guess legs of characters, like Steve, Dr. Weird, Romulux, Moth Monster Man. Of course, the Mooninites make a return, Markula appears, we get a nice shot of Willie Nelson working at a construction site, and there's even a little credit gag that features the classic end credits, except the writers are replaced with the names of other characters like Old Drippy. And there's even a free MCP Pants sticker featured in Frylock's apartment. And I think the inclusion of these cameos or mentions of other characters in this film is really awesome to see, because it shows me that those classic characters have not been forgotten. I remember the first movie having lots of background character Easter eggs like Dirtfoot and Rabbit, so I wonder if there are other classic characters featured in the background of Plantasm that I just haven't found yet. So please let me know in the comments below if you noticed some other villains or classic characters hidden away in the background of the film. One last note that I want to mention is the 377859 text message bit. During the beginning of the film, when the Mooninites first appear on screen, tells the viewers to text is the man to 377859. And at first I thought this was just a joke, so I continued to watch the film without texting the number. But on my second screening of the film, I texted the number out of curiosity, just to see if it really worked. And as it turns out, the number is real. If you text is the man to 377859, you are going to be instantly bombarded for the next 70-ish minutes with constant spam text messages from the Mooninites, who not only spoil the ending of the movie, but also claim to have your credit card information. They send you memes, and it's a very hilarious bit that I wish I tried during my first screening. So don't get me wrong, I love Aqua Teen, but not everything is perfect in life. Not music, not movies, not even people. And I'm not going to sit here and piss on your back and tell you that it's raining. The film was fantastic, but it's not a piece of media designed to change the course of humanity forever. However, none of my complaints are really terrible. Like, I'm a pretty simple guy, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm easily pleased. Sometimes I just like to nitpick art and ask hard questions. This video would not be fun if I were to sit here for the next 10 minutes and just continue to suck the metaphorical dick of Aqua Teen Forever Plantasm. There has to be something with this movie that's wrong, like a flaw. First nitpick that I have regarding this film is that there is an error with the animation at one point in the film. Dave Willis, during an early screening of Plantasm, mentioned that there was an animation error in the film and that the production team were too late to fix it, and that is the fact that a character's mouth doesn't move despite them talking. Now, Dave didn't mention which character or what scene it was, so I had to watch through the movie again to find the error, and lo and behold, it's Neil. Neil doesn't speak when he is blown out of the box by Frylock.
Get me fitted.
This isn't really a big deal though, like errors like this always happen all of the time, and it's something I could easily look past, but I figured I'd bring it up in this section. I guess the only other nitpick that I have is the lack of Plutonians and the cybernetic ghost. I totally understand that those characters were not really needed for the plot of this film, but it would have been nice to see maybe a cameo of the three of them in the Plutonians ship. I think it would have been really awesome to see both Niels and Frylock either flying by or crashing into the Plutonians ship on their way to the moon. Like, that would have been really cool, but again, I get why they were not featured in the film. They weren't really needed for the story, and it's probably better to tell a good story with less characters than a crappy story with every character from the series. I'm only mentioning this because I'm a bit of a biased bitch who enjoys the Plutonians as much, if not a little bit more, than the Mooninites, and I kinda wish they had some screen time. Overall though, not a ton of complaints from me. Plantasm, in my opinion, is an easy watch for new viewers and a glorious adventure for longtime fans of the show. It's probably the best looking piece of Aqua Teen media we have ever received. I would never advocate for you guys to purchase an item unless I truly believed in the product, but trust me when I say that I love this movie, and you should totally purchase it on Blu-ray, 4K, or digital to support the creators, if of course you haven't already. I mean, how else did you see the movie? Or were you watching it illegally? Do I have to tell your mother on you? Alright, for those of you watching who have already seen the movie, who have purchased it, tell your friends to buy the movie. And hey, maybe if enough of us purchase this film and support it, Adult Swim will maybe give Dave and Matt another $3 million to create another Aqua Teen movie in the future. Or maybe, just maybe, they'll consider reviving the franchise. To Dave, Matt, Carrie, Dana, Adult Swim, everyone involved with the creation of this film, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for creating this masterpiece. If you guys enjoyed this movie review, please let me know in the comments below, and also let me know if you want me to create more of these in the future, because I had a ton of fun creating this video for you guys. But anyways, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new around here, click the bell icon to be notified of whenever I upload a brand new video, follow me on all of my social links, and join my flaming hot Discord server, links in the bio below. Have a great day everyone, and remember that Plantasm is a good movie.